So the last couple of days I've achieved a few things, but I haven't achieved doing a lot of things that involve me actually walking around and lifting boxes around anymore, and I think that's partly why the apathy sort of hit me a bit, and I really do want to leave the house now desperately. I won't go on too much about it, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a lot more physical things in the hope of getting kind of back into the sort of positive realms of getting on with things that I was doing before, and hopefully not having to leave the house tonight, although I really want to. So the kitchen, it's just the kitchen really, but so I did do a nice omelette yesterday. You see, I've got these clothes need to be chucked out in there, so you can see the floor now, it's not too bad. Done the washing up, and that's the next bit. Take these tiles off, although the gas fitting screwed into the tiles at the back there, so that could be a bit problematic. Now, the old way I used to do exercises I'm going to go back to for now. I don't think the world's ready for my own new exercise routine I've been working on. So this is the utility room. We haven't really spent much time in here. These are some of the clothes that I've decided to rescue from the big bags of stuff I've been keeping in the shed. There's a nice corduroy blue shirt there, that was always one of my favourites. Some pyjamas, which I completely forgot I had. I've got some of these sort of like jogging pants. You see, I can still smell that they're a little bit musty after a whole run through the washing machine. Maybe I'm going to have to do two, which isn't good. And this is sort of like, I guess, like a fishing jacket, or sort of the jacket you'd wear if you went into a cinema or something and going to shoot a lot of people. You'd probably wear something like that with the arms off and the things. Now in the here, it's going to be hard to see it in this horrible light. This is going to be washed. This is a coat that people who know me back in the 90s and early noughties will know I wore far too many times. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can't believe that I'm going to actually probably throw it away, although I will try and use the material for something. That's what the collar looks like. It's not very good at all. Let's get it in daylight and you'll be able to see it in its glory. So I really want to be able to use that. Now it is obvious that just a strip of silver gaffer tape over the end there would be okay. There it is. Okay. So, but anyway, let's get ready for a bit of exercising with the cross trainer. Now up there would normally be a DVD player. Just watching things. I ended up starting watching extras of films like Alien, and I just write the time on there in non-permanent marker where I got to. And here we are. This morning all I'm doing is I'm wearing the boxer shorts. I'll take you through it. So there we are, little sandals. I've worn those before, I hadn't talked about them before, but that's alright. There's my boxer shorts, there we are. There's my manly physique. Now this is something I picked up in when I was in Mallorca in a German club called, oh blimey, what was it called? Oh, it'll come to me like a lot of things come to me when I'm, look at that, it's perfect, apart from the light of course. It's alright. When I was in in this club in Germany, so these things have come back to me now. I'm going to forget the bird now. So so far I've managed to remember 2 stories from my travels that I've been trying to write, and I've been feeling like quite inspired through telling these stories. But I've sort of told the best 2 first, but there are others, so they will be not getting as amusing. Most of them involve times I've been out with the booze, and quite often with other hostelers and things from my travels. Basically, if you're going to go away, it's best to do it, I think, by yourself, and you do exactly what you want when you want. Hostels, there's always people who really enjoy going out and doing things and finding quirky little spots and everything. There's usually the odd pub crawl in the big cities you could join in as well, either straight out of the hostel or you can look it up online, which is good. Although there's a couple of times recently it hasn't been as good because basically I couldn't lost the distance, just couldn't. Never mind. The German club I got this top from is called the Rio Palace, and it's in a part of Palma de Mallorca called Farinal, I think. And this is a German nightclub, it's a German area. And Germans get a bad rap. Let me tell you, they really know how to put on a good show. So in the club, you go in, and if you arrive before a certain time, they actually give you little freebies like this, which I'm not going to tell you what it means, but it's very humorous. I didn't even know what it meant, and as I was walking home, I was absolutely overcome by the warmth. And so it's basically, I was wearing this with my coat dragged behind me, and some Spanish guys cracked up as I was walking along with it, with a kind of smile on my face, and I thought they were laughing at me, and I felt quite sensitive. But when I found out what it means in the t-shirt, I can see that hopefully they were laughing at the t-shirt. I'm not so sensitive these days either. When people laugh at me, I'm kind of like, whatever. Just looking across some of the things I've got here. I've got a little cupboard here. I haven't looked in for a while. Oh. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know I had that. When's that date run out? Well, it's a Christmas cake. I sometimes stock up on stuff after Christmas, because like the cakes and the Christmas puddings are 70% off, and I love all the Christmassy type pudding and stuff. You don't seem to get it much any other time of year. So yeah. So tonight, if you live in Maidstone or nearby, there's a club called Rafters. It's really good. I missed the poetry last night at Stepping Stones, and I don't know how it went. I'd quite like to ask them, but at the same time, I'd rather not know, because I just don't want to feel like I'm missing out too much. That sounds awful. Does that mean if it didn't go well, I wouldn't feel bad because I hadn't missed much? Or anyway, I don't even want to go there. So yeah, I started off doing with this machine. I guess I'd do about 200 calories on the little calorie meter here, and then I needed things to do, which are kind of like keep me busy and occupied. So I started to watch episodes of anime. So I got through the whole of Darker Than Black, which is absolutely fantastic. Got through another one, I can't remember now, but it's got Claire, and she's a kind of like a witch who goes around killing monsters. She's really good. So yeah, so that was a good 25 minutes, and then by the time I got to the movie extras, it was really go until I dropped, which could be anything up to about 30 minutes. and then I've marked down the time on here. Right, so that's enough for now. I'm actually already feeling a bit more energised and a bit more naughty, which is good. Of course I'm going to come back to this, don't worry, that's not all it is. I just don't want to obviously bore you with my routine all morning. Oh. Goodness me. Okay. Right, what was I doing yesterday? Oh yeah. So, these probably do need going through again, but these are all the games I've decided I definitely want to keep. So there's kind of a lot of classics there, but at the same time, do I really need to keep Aladdin on the SNES? It's beautiful graphics, beautiful game. Most of these I need. A lot of them are dance games because I've got the dance mats. And if you just join me, I'm not doing this because I'm pulling off at the same time, it's because I've just been exercising. Okay. So there you go. The heater's been on most of the morning. I think it must have been really cold last night. I think it's really struggling to keep the heat going. So yeah. So let's just calm down for a bit. There we are, there's the North Downs Way. This is one of the things I haven't got around to yet. And you could almost call it the UCA trail, actually. And you've got Farnham. And then you go, oh, there's Godstone, where my dad lives, somewhere. No, not there yet. There it is. So I could pop in there for a cup of tea. And then, all the way down. There's Maidstone, which is close. Oh no, there's Rochester. You see, blimey, I don't know if it really is UCA trail. Then Maidstone, which unfortunately won't be UCA trail for much longer. Won't exist anyway, that one. And then, well, missed it. Canterbury, which is one of the routes you can do. And then you stop at Dover. So that's that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. Right. I was going to take you through my special exercise routine. Maybe I could. Well, I guess the tongue part of the routine I could do now. Okay. So, when you do get engaged in activity with the opposite sex, quite often there's things you do that you wouldn't normally do. Therefore, there's different things, parts of you that may well be underdeveloped. So there's different ways to develop those regions by simulating what you're doing. So rather than just using a cross trainer, which as far as I know there's no technique of that nature that would use a cross trainer, you know, they use that action. Thinking about it, if you were to rotate your hand through 45 degrees, I'm thinking perhaps there is. Anyway, so basically, no! Well, you know, you gotta stick your tongue out, and so now practice getting as fast as you can. This is too early for this. This should be after the 9 o'clock thing. And then to take it up the next level, you need to concentrate on that. At the same time, shake the head a little bit. Like some demented dog. I feel really embarrassed now. Oh dear, the Dirty John's coming back. The Dirty John. Go away, Dirty John. I have cleaned up my mind so much through actually being around responsible adults rather than the children I worked with at the whilst I was in television. A lot of people grow up who work in television. It has to be said. That's why so many of us are still single, because we're bloody nightmares for starters, and also we always want our own way, and at the end of the day, we only really want to be with people that are famous. So that's the end of that, and I'm going to go off now. I'm going to do at least another 20 minutes hopefully on the exercise machine. The little DVD player I was using was hopefully going to turn up, but for now, signing off. Sorry if you were offended by the last bit. We're working on other parts of that routine, but I'm going to go back to the usual one now. I'm feeling much better, thank you guys. Perhaps Saturday night can be spent in here. Please join me though if you want an after party. Alright, see you later. Bye.